Hey there. Thanks for checking in. The video you're going to watch today is actually a video that I created for my website, and it is a video comparing and contrasting the two hypnosis certification courses that I teach. I teach an advanced course and a basic course. They have a lot of similarities, but they have a few differences as well. The big difference being the price. You can actually take the basic course and become a certified hypnotist for just $195. That's right. So keep watching and you can learn all the details about the similarities and differences between these two options. Hey there. In this video, I'm going to compare and contrast the two hypnosis certification courses that I teach at Hypnosis Trainings. There's the advanced course and the basic course. But first, let's talk for a brief moment about what it means to be a hypnotist, to choose that as your career. It is a beautiful, beautiful way to do meaningful work and to help other people at a very deep, deep, meaningful level every single day. It's a beautiful kind of career to have also because you are in complete control of your schedule, right? You get to decide the hours, the days that you work, what time you start, and on those occasions when you need to take a day off so that you can attend, a function, a school function for one of your kids or your grandkids, or maybe you just want to go hang out at the beach for the day. You just block that time off your schedule. You don't have to ask anybody's permission because this is the opportunity for you to live life on your terms and do meaningful work, helping people every day, and be well compensated for it at the same time. You get to choose if you want to work nights or weekends. You get to choose the work environment that you're going to work in. And what that means is, are you going to work with clients one-on-one? Because in this business, hypnosis, you have that option. Or you can do group work. You can have an office where you see people face to face. Maybe you could get an office in a wellness center or, rent a space someplace that's just completely on its own and work from there. I used to work in an office with clients face to face, and then COVID hit, and I moved everything online, and I absolutely love it. I do all my client work online now, and it works beautifully. So that is another option for you as well. It is a really, really good option for people who are, kind of a second career, kind of an option for people that already have a career going and they just want to add this to their toolbox because it's a fast and easy way to get a certification, to learn the skills you need to learn and, hit the ground running. This is not the kind of thing where it's like, oh gosh, I want to change careers and it's going to take me 4 years to get a degree. Not at all. So if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you know what? Consider this. It's time to get going. You've got a couple of really great options between these two courses that I teach. And spoiler alert, advanced course, basic course, identical curriculum. That's right. 100% the same curriculum. So what's different? What's similar? That's what we're going to talk about next. Let's take a look and begin the comparing and contrasting of these two course options for you. One thing they both have in common is they both result in the completion and the awarding of a professional certification. If you take the advanced course, you get the ICBCH Professional Certification for Advanced Hypnosis. The same thing with the basic. Upon completion of the basic course, you get the ICBCH certification as a professional hypnotist at that basic level. And as I mentioned before, the curriculum for both these classes is the same. Isn't that interesting? So here's the difference. The advanced course, this is a course that is completed in 12 weeks. There are 12 components when we go through one each week. So each week there are specific assignments, specific reading material, specific audios to listen to, specific chapters in the books to read, and there's a quiz for each week. There's assignments to be turned in for each of those weeks for 12 weeks, in addition to weekly Zoom meetings where we get together. We have live meetings, and I teach, I demonstrate, students practice with each other. It's a question answer period, and usually that's about a 2-hour long meeting once a week for those 12 weeks. After 12 weeks in the advanced course, and you have demonstrated proficiency in the skill of being a hypnotist, you are awarded the advanced certification. On the other hand, the basic certification you have for an entire year. You have 1 year to complete this course. So clearly, it can be done in 3 months. But for a lot of people, they don't want to take a class where it is just crunch time, because it's pretty intense. The 12-week class is pretty intense. The basic course, it's all the same information, but you have a whole year to take it. And there's no quizzes. There are no assignments that you are required to turn in. I still recommend that you do the assignments. I still recommend that you take the quizzes. I still recommend that you do everything, but there's no student portal. There's no, there's no assignment police. Any of that is completely self-study. After 1 year, this is on a subscription basis. So after 1 year, your membership kicks in again, and you have access to the materials for another year, unless, of course, you have canceled your subscription membership, and then it doesn't. With the basic course, you have all of that information for a full year, and you can complete that. You have a year to complete it or less. With the basic course, and again, I'll go over this later in another slide. After you finish the course, you send me an email, and then I send you the final exam. You have 2 weeks to complete it, and then we schedule a 2-hour Zoom session between the two of us where we go over the test answer. You've already turned it in to me. I've scored it. We go over the test. I ask you lots of questions. It's kind of an oral exam, and then you will demonstrate to me by working with the client live and in person that you have acquired the skills necessary to earn that certification, the basic certification through ICBCH. So those are some similarities and some differences between the two, and got a little more information for you coming up. The basic certification course is suitable for a certain population. It's not for everybody, but then again, neither is the advanced course. The basic certification is best suited for people that have really good time management. It is a self-study course, and it's up to you to stay on track, set a schedule for yourself, keep up with the daily coursework, including the daily practice. That's probably the most important part of the entire curriculum, is the practice with another person or another object. It's kind of funny, but I tell my students, you just need to practice. You need to hear yourself. You need to get used to the sound of your own voice, and you need to develop your own pattern. And when you're first practicing this, it's not really about, can you hypnotize, that person? It's getting used to being the hypnotist. So you can practice on a lampshade. You can practice on a teddy bear. I had a student one time who jokingly said he had the most well-behaved pillows in town because he hypnotized his pillows every single day, and he got really, really good at it. So practice is essential. And if you are disciplined enough to put that in your schedule and to honor that schedule, then the basic certification is definitely for you. It's also for people who want to earn their hypnosis certification at a fraction of the cost. At the time of this recording, the basic certification is $195. That gives you a full year's access to the curriculum and a full year to complete this course and get that certification, upon which point the membership will renew. This is on a subscription basis, and then you have access to all of that material for a second year. And you can take as long or as short as you need to complete the course. The advanced course, again, you have lifetime access to the curriculum. That's the course that finishes up in 12 weeks. And it is, depending on when you're watching this recording, it's between $2,000 and $3,000 for that class, as opposed to $195 for the basic. Okay. The basic course is also ideal for people who prefer not to have that weekly requirement of attending the Zoom classes, the live classes. For some people, that's just not possible because of their work schedule or their family, involvement, or they just plain don't want to. So also there's the Zoom, there's the student portal. It's kind of like a Facebook group that people use to submit their assignments. You don't have to do that. And you don't have to take the quizzes, do the assignments or anything like that. You don't have to. I still recommend that you do them for the benefit of your own education and learning. But sometimes it's just nice to take a class where you don't have that hard deadline and the stress of having to have all of this work done week after week after week for 12 weeks. Now, for some people, they're okay. They know that going into it with the advanced course, and they set the time aside for that, and it works. But for other people, it doesn't work. It's a deal breaker. And I just feel like that's no reason that you shouldn't have the opportunity to earn your hypnosis certification. And that is why I created this opportunity, the basic course, with all the same curriculum, just a different way of approaching the training. This course is also really, really best suited for other professionals that are already proficient in working with clients, in record keeping. They already have an office. That actually is what made me think of creating this, because I had a number of students that have come to my class that are psychics or healers or astronomers, card readers, something like that, and they've already got this thing going on, and they just wanted to kind of add this skill, but they didn't necessarily want to have a full 12 weeks of every minute of their life taken up by my homework assignments. Not that it's that intense, but you know what I mean. So let's take a look at some of the other occupations, other professionals who could definitely benefit by adding this basic certification to their toolbox. As you can see here, there's quite a variety of other professionals in the holistic, I think it's called the holistic healing arts, that could really, really make use of the hypnosis certification. I think it would be a very good thing for them to add to their website that they are a certified hypnotist. And it just kind of adds to your credibility. It adds to your momentum of building your business and bringing in that client base. Because I could imagine a massage therapist, and I've had a lot of them in my advanced course, they're able to incorporate the skills they use as a hypnotist into getting that person to relax even more, and their body just accepting all of that healing. And sometimes they can do what's called hypno massage, where they combine the two, they do suggestions, and it's kind of fun to see the creativity that a lot of these people in these other professions have been able to incorporating the hypnosis into their field. I look at personal trainers. I think that one, to me, is like, it's a no-brainer. If you are a personal trainer and you could hypnotize your clients to stick to their plan, to stick their eating plan and working out, oh my gosh, that would be such a bonus to have a personal trainer that was also a certified hypnotist. And you could do that for $195. I think it's amazing. Now, this is just a sample of the kinds of professionals that would, get some real value out of getting this certification. There are many, many others that are not listed here. And so, let your imagination run wild. Think about what it is that you do that would allow you to incorporate the skill of hypnosis into your work to better help other people. I have a chart like this on my website, but I want to go over it with you line item by line item and just kind of compare. So if we look at this, we're looking at the course components. The first one there is lifetime access to all the training materials. That is true for the advanced course. The basic course, you have 1 year at a time access to all the training materials. And I want to add to this that as I update the materials, which I do, sometimes I add new videos or new PDFs or new demonstrations or something like that, you always get the latest and greatest version of that curriculum, whatever it is. The people that take the basic course have access to the identical course. as the students in the advanced course. A 12-month membership to ICBCH, and again, that stands for the International Certification Board of Coaches and Hypnotists. People in the advanced course get that first year's paid for. That is included in their tuition, which again, depending on the time when you're listening to this video, that's going to be between like $2,300 and $2,800. If this video is really old, it's probably on the upper end. So the first year of their membership is paid for. Now, the people who get the basic certification, they certainly qualify for that membership, and they just let ICBCH know that they're certified. And of course, they know that because I tell them. And you can still get the membership, but you have to pay for it yourself. It's a whole $49. And the advanced people, after their first year, they have to pay for theirs each year thereafter, just like I have to pay for mine. So it's $49 a year for that membership. But if you take the advanced certification course, your first year is paid for you. I hope that made sense. Weekly Zoom meetings with Debbie and other students. This is an option that is available for the advanced students only. It is a requirement that you attend 11 out of 12 of those meetings. The people in the basic course do not, only is it not a requirement, you do not have access to that, to those meetings. Now back to the advanced course, people that attend those, people in the advanced course, not only do they go to those Zoom meetings, those meetings are recorded and you have access to those recordings as well. So any discussion, any demonstrations, or any things that you learned in the Zoom meeting, you have access to that forever. Demonstrating proficiency as a hypnotist working with clients, absolutely. Everybody has to be able to do that. You can't just buy the curriculum for the basic course and expect to be awarded the certification. You have to demonstrate to me that you know what you're doing. And the advanced students, they demonstrate that to me over the course of 12 weeks as I watch them practicing in the Zoom meetings and I interact with them. I look at their homework papers, and that's how they demonstrate that to me. The quizzes are required for advanced students only. I recommend that the basic certification students take those quizzes for your own education. You can take them as many times as you want, but it's not required. Same with weekly assignments. It is required for the advanced students. They submit those assignments to our student portal. Basic certification students are not required to do that, and they do not have access to the student portal. I do recommend that you do those assignments, though. Again, it's just part of your education. You don't turn them into me, so I'll never know. The final examination is between me and the students who take the basic certification, only because it's the only way I have to verify that you are in fact qualified to be an ICBCH certified hypnotist. Advanced students don't have that meeting with me. I already know that about them by the time we get to the end of week 12. And the last one here, lifetime access to that portal that I mentioned. The advanced students have that lifetime access, and I've always encouraged them to stay active in that with all the upcoming courses, but most of them are so busy running their businesses that they don't have a lot of time to do that. But if they want to get into that portal or post a new, a new article or a video or something that would help the other students, they have access to that for life. Basic certification students do not. I hope this helps. This table is, well, of course, it's here in the video. You can review it anytime, but it is also on the website in a couple of different places for you to review if you're interested. In summary, if you are ready to create a meaningful business for yourself, where you can work with clients one-on-one and really make a very positive impact in the lives of those clients, then this is an excellent opportunity for you, whether you sign up for the advanced course or the basic course. It's a fabulous occupation. I highly recommend it. If you already are a professional, you're already working, you have a client base, the basic course is amazing, and it would be really, really, really good for you to be able to add that to your skill base, to learn how the subconscious mind works and how people's brains process information. That is something that can be applied to any occupation that anybody has. Now, if you take the basic course and you wish later that you had taken the advanced course, you can upgrade at any time. All you're going to do is take that $195, deduct that from the tuition for the advanced course, and just pay the difference. You can pay that difference all in one shot, or you can get on the payment plan. I have payment plans that include 3 months or 6 months, whatever works for you. It is my goal to make it so that the opportunity to learn and become a certified hypnotist are available to everybody. And, you know, this whole idea of money and I can't afford it, I just don't want that to be an obstacle for anybody pursuing their dreams. So it's a great time to register. The advanced course is taught 3 times a year. You can check on my website to see when the next course is starting. But the basic course is ready for you right now. The minute you register and get that registration process completed, boom, you get instant access to that course, and you have that for the entire year. So there's no time like the present, right? Go ahead and get registered for that today. Let me know what questions I can answer for you. And if you'd like to schedule a 30-minute chat with me on Zoom, I would be happy to meet with you and answer your questions. You probably have some. And let's get that ball rolling. The world needs you. There's no time like the present. Register soon.